So Hesham, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So in terms of teaching practices or teaching innovations in the classroom, are there elements that differentiate us from other universities?
In Southampton Business School, we start being very creative with the way we teach and the way we assess our students. So for example, besides the other main assessments that we do with our students, like final exams or quizzes and this kind of things, we still do that because it's important, of course, to make sure that the students are aware about the knowledge that we give them. But we start doing more creative assessment, more industry-based assessments. For example, in the area of accounting and finance, when we are teaching financial markets, we start doing it based on the industry. So we give students some points to invest in the stock market, for example, as a simulation, and then we assess their performance, how much profit they were able to make during the semester, or what are the main mistakes that they did in the stock market. This is one way of assessing our students. Also using the facilities that we have, we give access to all of our students for Bloomberg terminals, different finance labs and different softwares, and we teach the students how can they use these softwares in order to make a good financial decision. Also in different areas, like in the area of business management, we assess students based on their connection with the industry. So we invite executives and top managers from the industry, from big companies like IBM or JP Morgan. We have strong connection with these companies. We invite them to come to campus to attend one of our lectures, give the students a complicated case, and they ask students to give an academic report or to write just a small report about how they think we can fix this problem. Being engaged with the industry and design assessments that are based on the industry, this is something that we are doing in Southampton Business School, and that's what makes us unique, basically.
Nice. In this whole context of sustainability and social responsibility, we're obviously trying to develop business leaders for the future. How is the curriculum shaping up to be able to deliver on this front within the context of sustainability?
It's a very good point. I just want to start first saying that recently Southampton Business School started being accredited by the Global Reporting Initiative. The Global Reporting Initiative is the main authority that is working with the United Nations to develop the Sustainable Development Goals and to follow up with companies if they are writing sustainability reports and how can they improve their sustainability reports. So we are the only university in the UK that is having this accreditation, actually, the Global Reporting Initiative. And over the last 3 or 4 years, we started developing our curriculum and our material across different programs to include sustainability reports and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals on all the programs. So, for example, in the area of accounting and finance, we start having the license from the Global Reporting Initiative to engage our students in writing sustainability reports. And here it's very important because a lot of people think when we are saying the word sustainability is we are thinking just about the environment. It's not just the environment. Of course, this is a very important point, but there are 3 aspects of sustainability that we engage with. This financial stability is part of the sustainability reporting as well, and we teach our students how can they think about growing the profitability of the company, and this is considered as sustainability as well. Social responsibility, how can we pay the right amount of taxes, for example, how can we contribute towards our society to help employees or whatever, and also the environment, of course. How can we develop ideas that can gain a lot of benefits, but at the same time not to harm the environment? So when we are thinking in the accounting area or business management or marketing, because, for example, in marketing, they start thinking, how can we develop a marketing campaign to attract customers that care about the environment or care about social sustainability as well? Sustainability, of course, is in all of our programs now, and we develop all of the programs based on sustainability and how can we improve the awareness of students to engage with sustainability. Also, for the research projects that our students do in their final year, they have the option now, rather than doing the traditional thesis, they have the option to write sustainability reports for the company because we have the Global Reporting Initiative accreditation. So we ask students to come and join us, and they will be part of the team that will be led by one of the academics in the business school. And they will start writing sustainability reports for small and medium enterprises in the UK, rather than writing the traditional thesis. And a lot of students found this very interesting, actually.
Nice. So what are the future-oriented skill sets that business leaders need to be able to acquire while studying at University of Southampton?
I would say one of the key skills that students should have now is how can they use artificial intelligence in financial and managerial decision making. When I'm speaking usually about artificial intelligence, I always say that artificial intelligence will not take our jobs. It will just make it easier. It will help us to improve the quality of our jobs. So I don't want students to think that with artificial intelligence, some of the jobs like accounting or taxation or business development will not exist. The proof of this is if you go to the market now and you search for accountant roles or business development officers roles, you will still see a lot of applications for this to apply. So that means this job is still in demand. But the main point is we want to engage with artificial intelligence to use it to improve our jobs. And we teach the students these skills. So all of our programs now, especially in accounting, business analytics, finance, even in economics as well, we start teaching students how can they go from the modern way of business development and financial assessment to the new way of these assessments. So for example, we teach them how can they detect any financial fraud using softwares rather than the traditional way that we were doing before in the area of auditing, for example. Also in international business, we teach them how can they use softwares like MATLAB and SPSS and Stata to do some statistical analysis in order to help the companies to achieve a very well-organized decision in the area of business management as well. We start including all the softwares and the artificial intelligence technique in the area of finance, business analytics, accounting, not just to give them the knowledge, but also to make sure that they know how to apply the knowledge, because it doesn't make sense to give you the knowledge without knowing how to apply it in the market. So we ask them to engage in these activities during their studies, and we prepare them to use artificial intelligence in financial and managerial decision making.
Now, with respect to the aspirational candidate, so the student who would like to join University of Southampton in Delhi, what advice would you give that student in their application process?
First, they need to look to the different support that we can offer to them. They need to be aware about the support that we are providing. We offer a lot of help, a lot of support from the teaching point of view, from career point of view, from the facilities that we have and how many applications that we can give to them when they are working on their studies. But most likely, I would advise them to consider making the most of the international environment that will be there. We are trying to build a very good international environment based on the UK system in India, so they should make the most of it when they are considering studying with us in Delhi. And I would say the international support that they will get will be very unique because we will be the first international school in Delhi in general and for the business studies. They should make the most of all the support that they will get, not just from the teaching point of view, but from the international point of view. They will engage with different students from different backgrounds, with academics from different backgrounds. So they need to make the most of it because we want to prepare them to be international candidates. They will be able to work in different places in India or in the UK or in different countries.